Today, Disneyland boasts around 60 attractions. However, when Walt Disney opened Disneyland on July 17, 1955, the theme park only had 13. While 1955 was almost 65 years ago, some of the opening day rides are still able to be enjoyed today. Let's look at the top 5 opening day rides that are still here in 2020. On Mr. Toad's Wild Ride, guests can take a spin through the world inspired by the 1908 book, The Wind in the Willows. While the ride went under a massive renovation in 1983, it still has many of the same key plot elements as it did on opening day. The Mark Twain riverboat departs from Frontierland every 25 minutes, just as it did in 1955. Originally called the Mark Twain Steamboat, it was the first steamboat built in the USA since 1905. Today, the boat meanders through the Rivers of America section of the park. Nowadays, riders can appreciate the views of Galaxy's Edge and Splash Mountain, but in 1955, it was more of a simple tour. If non-stop spinning doesn't bother you, then the Mad Tea Party attraction in Fantasyland can be quite an enjoyable experience. While today, riders can enjoy views of the passing monorail and the Matterhorn bobsleds, in 1955, the ride was in a whole different location. Back then, the attraction could be found directly behind Sleeping Beauty Castle and King Arthur's Carousel. Also in 1955, there was no limitation on how fast you could spin. Riders could spin it very, very fast. The Disneyland Railroad takes guests on a grand circle tour of Disneyland. Today, the train stops at New Orleans Square, Mickey's Toontown, Tomorrowland, and Main Street. In 1955, however, the train did not stop at Toontown. Instead, it stopped at Fantasyland. The railroad is one of the most beloved attractions because of its short wait times and long ride. It is also great if you're tired after a long day of hustling to get to your next Fast Pass. Located in Adventureland, the Jungle Cruise takes riders on some of the world's most famous rivers, including the Nile and Amazon. Nowadays, the Jungle Cruise is known for its humorous guides, who are infamous for their bad jokes and puns. Until 1962, however, the Jungle Cruise had no jokes and was meant to simulate a real-life trip through the world's rivers. The narration sounded much more like a nature documentary than a comedy sketch. Almost 65 years have passed since opening day, and ride technology has advanced a lot. However, as you see more and more technological rides, we notice that even these old rides are still able to hold their own today. And this shows the genius and power of the original Imagineers.